Republican State Representative Jeff Leach helped pass some of the significant bills during the legislative session that just wrapped up. They include the Teachers' Bill of Rights, cracking down on disruptive students. And in the final days of the session, Leach got into a dust-up with Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick over a bill to give pay raises to state judges that would also boost pensions for lawmakers. I asked Leach about the compromise.
We are 49th out of 50 states when it comes to how much we pay the base district pay salary for a district judge. That is a major problem. And so at the end of the day, Lieutenant Governor and I and the House and the Senate under Speaker Burrows and the Lieutenant Governor were able to come together on what I think is a really, really good plan going forward to change that.
But there was real discussion, debate, and difference over whether this should be tied to lawmakers' pensions. You didn't want that, right?
That's right.
Initially. So why not? And how did this come to pass where you came to a compromise?
Well, at every point in session, but specifically at late in session, when we're dealing with conference committees and differences between the House and the Senate, no one gets everything that they want. Compromise in some cases is a bad word, but in cases like this, compromise is not a bad word. We had strong opinions, the House and the Senate, on how we should do this. We were able to get 5 conferees from the House and 5 conferees from the Senate together around a table to talk through those differences. And I'm really proud of how we were able to do so collaboratively and constructively. I don't believe that going forward, legislative pensions should be tied to judicial pay. I was glad that we finally ended that. Would I have liked it to be ended sooner? Sure, I would have. But that the other chamber felt strongly the other way.
Another bill that you authored that passed was House Bill 6 on public education. Why do you think it's a game changer when it comes to student discipline?
So House Bill 6, the Teachers' Bill of Rights, is maybe the bill that I'm most proud of this session. We accomplished a lot of really great things that I was proud to have a hand in, but that it was very important to the Speaker and to the House, frankly to the Governor as well, that we crack down on student discipline in our schools. Teachers have told us 2 things. They tell us a lot, but the 2 things that we heard loud and clear coming into this session was, number 1, we want to be paid more, and teachers deserve to be paid more. But number 2, teachers also want control of their classrooms again. They want to be able to invest in those 25 kids in their classrooms, to focus on them, to spend time on them, to educate them without 1 or 2 kids taking their attention away and distracting them by these severe discipline disruptions. Classroom clearers is what they call them. And so what we did is we restored teachers' rights and to control their classroom. Yes, to protect our kids' rights to be in the classroom, but when it comes to student discipline, to make sure our teachers have the tools and the resources they need at all levels to crack down on it. And I'm really proud of what we did. It's I think, historic and landmark.
As you know, the Attorney General is challenging Senator Cornyn in that primary. Are you going to be making any endorsements in that race?
Not yet. Not yet. But what I will say is I think the people of Texas deserve for them to be on the same stage in a debate, whether it's Senator Cornyn, Attorney General Paxton, or someone else that might enter the race. The people of Texas deserve not for them to be hidden in the shadows and largely unavailable to the voters, but on a stage, out doing town hall meetings, meeting with constituents, answering the tough questions. And I hope the people of Texas will take stock of who's willing and eager to do that and who's not.
You've been very critical of the Attorney General before.
Well, we've had our differences in the past. I will say that the Attorney General has done really good work when it comes to defending our constitutional rights, of course, pushing back on the Biden administration, now working hand in hand with the Trump administration. So personal differences aside and past differences aside, I'm interested in making sure that the people of Texas have their rights protected.